Welcome to the Choi Tonight show. I am your host, Daniel Choi. Last week we talked about something that you probably forgot, and I did too, so it's alright. And today we'll be covering the topic of environmental sustainability. Us humans depend on natural resources for fuel, food, and other things. Of course, natural resources aren't always going to be here all the time, which is why we use environmental sustainability. Fortunately, we have a special guest today named Professor Duquesne.
It's Professor Death. The Q is silent.
Oh, apologies, my friend. Anyways, welcome to the Choi Tonight show. Professor Death has a PhD in environmental studies and is a renowned biologist. Now, please tell us why we should care about environmental sustainability.
Why not?
I guess, why not?
Well, see, people oftentimes take the environment for granted. All organisms on the planet require the safety and health of their environment. In fact, 11 species, unique ones in fact, have already perished because of pollution. And the other day, I opened a can of sardines. It was full of oil and dead fish.
Oh, okay. Well, what about the small matters, like when people throw like a piece of gum on the floor, or chopping down a few trees on like a global scale? Would that affect the global? What would you say to those that say that it's not a big impact at all, or what would we face the consequences?
Say everyone threw a piece of trash on the floor. Junk piles would grow, causing the environment to become unsanitary. Animals could potentially die from consuming it, and this can cause a change in the food cycle, and that's not really good. And what about that deforestation? We're gonna lose our crops, and then what? Hunger. This is sad. We must protect the environment. If we don't, what are we? We're not gonna be here anymore.
That's right. I completely agree with you. Now, thank you, Dr. Death, for being on our show today on the Choi Tonight. Next on Choi Tonight, we will be having a special segment, Paula Shun Everywhere, with our special reporter, Paula Shun, and she will be reporting the current conditions of Los Angeles. And shortly afterwards, we will have another special guest.
Thanks, Daniel. Well, the weather is normal in LA with smoggy skies, and there's oily lakes, insecticided grains, asphalt plains, the usual. You know what? Fall is my favorite time of year, when all the birds change color and fall from the trees. Back to you, Daniel.
Indeed. Thank you for reviewing the conditions of Los Angeles, Paula. And now, we will have our final special guest, Dr. D. Forbes.
Thank you for having me on Choi Tonight, Daniel. We all know global warming is caused by the buildup of carbon dioxide and air pollution in Earth's atmosphere. But what we more commonly look over is the carbon emissions from country to country. And the country now currently emitting the most carbon dioxide is China, which most people think is the United States, however, it's China. Also, rising temperatures leads to melting polar ice caps and wildfires.
Indeed.
No, really. Global warming is a serious issue. Think about the polar bears and all those other animals affected by it.
Yes, polar bears are important.
Yes, so is global warming. We have to regulate the emissions
Sorry. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. So what would you say? Some people don't think global warming is that important, and others as well. So now, Paula Shun asked someone, I won't state their name, but this is what he said.
Daniel, I'm here with Jack, and I'm gonna ask him, what do you feel about global warming?
I don't care about global warming. I don't see why it's such a big deal.
But you do know that polar bears are in danger. Tell me you at least worry about them.
Who cares if my grandchildren don't see their polar bears? I never saw dinosaurs.
Okay.
All I can say is global warming is a serious concern. It affects everyone. Ice melts, sea levels rise, and it ravages the earth with destruction.
Thank you for those extremely inspirational things. There you have it, folks. We had 3 special guests. Dr. Death, Paula Shun, last but not least, Dr. Forbes. And now, I guess we can learn a lot about environmental sustainability and why it matters, especially to me, especially to viewers like you. Next week, we'll be talking about Pangea. Is it coming forming again? Thank you, and have a good night.